So welcome back to the workshop, and once again we are working on the Jinty that's visiting. We are running out of things to do. I have just off camera made a new steam pipe to go from the superheaters to the steam pipe and fitted it. The smoke box is now ready for the petticoat pipe to be put in and fixed down, which means it's all starting to come together. And as such, I decided that I just wanted a bit of motivation, and there's only one thing that really gives a bit of motivation at this stage of a project, and it's so hard not to do. I've sort of put all the bits together. So let's take a closer look. Now, I have said before, it's not my very best paint job, but it is not bad. So what's left? There's some handrails to put in. The tanks aren't fixed down yet. They still need fixing down, but I want to put the transfers on first. So she's having a BR crest and a number on the tank. I think I need to have a look at the fixing dogs. Whether I make some slightly bigger ones, I'm not sure, because mine are slightly bigger on my engine, which makes them, well, my engine, they don't come undone, but the whole door ring comes out. But they are 8BA, which I think is a bit on the fragile side, but we'll see. I might need to make some new ones because I think one or two of them went missing. What else? The oil pots, rather than masking them off and get gaps around, I just painted it, so I need to clean the paint off of these. I put blue tack inside to stop the lid shutting completely, so they can have the paint scraped off, as can the builder's plate on the back, or not the builder's plate, the tank capacity. I can put the windows back in, dummy whistle can go back on. I need to make new safety valves. The grate needs refitting. The old one, or the old boiler, had some holes through by the firebox on the inner wrapper, which secured the grate, which hinged down. I'm going to do something so the grate sits in the ash pan. Then it all comes out as one. So the grate needs sorting, and then refit the foot plates. I might once the tanks are all fixed down and the foot plates in, I might look at putting a wooden foot plate on. So the petticoat pipe needs refitting. I may still repaint the smoke box, give it a little rub down and repaint. I'll only brush paint that. Touch up the paint on the clacks. This one's obviously been one's nice and shiny, one's obviously been hit a lot in the past. Maybe they're the wrong way round, because that probably would have been the injector clack based on the hammer marks. But yes, oh, and the oil pipes can be refitted to the bottom of, oh, that's the other one, to the bottom of the oil pots. Polish them up, refit them. They were only glued in originally anyway. So yes, we are getting a lot closer to being done. So let's carry on. I've relocated myself indoors. I would say in the warm, but it's pretty warm outside these days at the moment. Got myself comfy on the sofa with a small table, bowl of water, a couple of brushes, kitchen roll, transfers, scissors, reference books, and some James Bond. So I'm going to sit here, get my transfers on, and then they can dry, and then we'll look at some varnish on them in a couple of days. So I'll get this done, and you can watch me in rapid time. Hopefully it won't take too long. So you may or may not have seen, it probably went past a bit quick, but I certainly had trouble with the little 3F, and I had a few little issues here and there, but I think I've got them looking all right. The tanks are on the kitchen side while they dry off properly till tomorrow. I'll put this with it, and then I can look at putting some varnish on in the next couple of days. So I don't think that looks too bad, but we'll see what it's like when it's all varnished and it's on the engine and it's all good to go. So let's carry on, and I'll see you in a moment, or tomorrow, or however it edits out. And when you lay it out like that, it looks even better. So I cannot wait to see that on the engine now. So with the weather beautiful, it's been a couple of weeks since I've done those transfers. I'm now going to varnish them. I'm not going to risk spraying the whole engine in case it all goes wrong again and I end up with a crappy finish. So what I'm going to do is just brush the areas with a brand new, really expensive, nice brush, and hopefully you won't see the brush marks. But I'm just going to go around the transfers rather than doing the whole tanks. So I'm going to get on with that and then leave them to dry, and then in a couple of days time I will start putting the tanks back on the engine. Touch wood. And there we go, they're varnished, they've been drying for the day, and I thought while I was here I would clean up the paint off the oil pots, put the pipes back on. Done that to both, and I've just glued, as they were before, the pipes to the insides. So the tanks are pretty much ready to go on the engine. Yeah, I still need to put the handrail on the front of the tank, and then I'll get them screwed to the loco. I have just put the tanks and the bunker on, which was 4 bolts up from underneath in each tank, which go into the tank space. So I sealed with a bit of PTFE thread sealant paste. Looks like Loctite, looks like Pritt Stick, but it is a thread sealant paste. Put some of that on the threads, whammed them up. I've noticed 2 problems. Let's take a look. Firstly, I've put the cab floor in and it's catching on the clack. So I need to take the floor back out. I have marked it with a pen. I'm going to just make that hole a bit bigger. But also, as I was putting the handrails back in, I realised, I wish I'd noticed sooner, that the bit, I repaired one, I forget which side I repaired, of these. It was obvious it was missing because it was missing from one and not the other. However, on the bunker, it's missing from both sides. So it's too late to solder a new bit on, but I'm going to see if I can do something a bit cunning that comes off of this bracket on both sides. So keep watching, we'll see how that goes. So my plan, I've manipulated a piece of angle which sits nicely under there. I'm going to drill and tap for one hole in the middle, and then the bolts that hold the cab down will do the rest of the work. It still needs shortening on the side, but I'll shorten it to level with the top edge, and then I can make, although I found one in the box, this piece that goes on top, I can solder side on, probably silver solder, to the side of that. That way it will sit nicely. So let's get on with that. And so, obviously not soldered yet, hence I'm still holding it. If it focuses, that is roughly how it will look. Plus a bit of paint, which I don't think is too bad. So I want to make the matching one for the other side, and then we'll solder them up. Well, there we go. Bar a little bit of solder, we now have two handrail tops. And I don't know if you can see, I have secured it with one countersunk bolt in the middle, so that won't interfere with the top going on. But where the other two holes were, I've drilled through and tapped them so that the bolts that hold the roof on will go into that bracket as well, so it should be really strong. So let's look at getting this fixed. And as if by magic, we are soldered up, bolted in. It just wants a little bit of paint before it can all be put back together, and the same the other side. So I'll get them painted, then we can look at what else is to be done, but we're getting there. So onto the securing dogs, and I found a bit of flat bar which is the same thickness and just bigger than the same width. So I'm going to file off the rounded sides, get it to the same width as the original, then drill a hole in it, cut it off, and then see about filing in the little angle on the underside. So let's see how we get on with that. So there's the first couple of stages. The sides filed parallel and narrower, followed by drilling the hole through. So all that's left is to cut that off, drop on the floor, but cut it off, and I actually put it in the side of the vise like this to use it as a guide, so I didn't file too far while I filed that angle on it. So that's how I did that. So I'll cut off that second one, file it the same, and then we'll put them on the smoke box and see how they look. So there it is, cut off. And I've started filing, but there's still a bit of work to do before I get it to the right size. So I'll finish that up, put it on the smoke box, and then you can see if you can work out which ones are new. So there we go. Other than the fact that the new ones haven't got any paint on, so they probably do need a bit of paint, they don't look too bad. So, safety valves next. Okay, so maybe the smoke box, not the smoke box, the safety valves aren't quite next. What's really annoying about these is some of them have actually been drilled too close to the smoke box door ring. So like the bottom one which I have made, this one here, I've actually had to file right away to the hole so that it would fit, which means the smoke box cannot be opened without taking the dogs off completely. So that's a little bit frustrating. But yeah, I'll finish this and then we'll get on to some safety valves. So during my editing of this, I've discovered that it all got a bit too long. So that's where I'm going to leave it for this episode. In actual fact, halfway through that, I had left the episode and introduced a new one, but it didn't seem long enough. So I've put those two together, but this is where I've had to crop it to make it not stupidly long. So Next time I will be back and I will be starting on those safety valves with a couple of other little jobs to do as well. So I will see you next time, and I'll leave you with a little photo of that smoke box door finished. So see you soon, take care.